So here we are given question 1, algebra expressions or algebraic expressions. Out of 10 marks, 1.1, they want us to simplify. Okay. So looking at this question, the only thing that we're supposed to deal with here is this, right? We need to remove the bracket. How do we remove the bracket? By multiplying in. We're supposed to multiply -2 inside the bracket, okay? So we are going to have 3x, right? And then have -2 multiplied by +4, we're going to get -8. And -2 multiplied by -x get -2x, right? And then proceed to simplify. If you can take a look at this, you will notice that 3x and -2x, they are your like terms. So which means you can either add them or subtract, okay? So you're going to say 3x. If I have 3x and I subtract 2x, I'll be left with what? With 1x, okay? Let me use blue here. Okay, I'll be left with 1x. And then -8 doesn't have any like terms, so it stands alone. And then this can be x minus 8. All right, and that's about it. Simple as that. Nothing difficult, nothing complicated. Okay, now let's move to 1.2. So 1.2, we are given a difference of 2 squares question. So what makes this a difference of 2 squares is that x squared, it is a perfect square, as well as 9, it is a perfect square. So if I have square root of x squared, I'm going to get straight x. If I have square root of 9, I'm going to get plus or minus 3. So it is a perfect square. And if you have a perfect square kind of a question, the way you factorize it, you open 2 pairs of brackets, right? And then you distribute your x, right? And since you have plus or minus here, which means one bracket will have plus 3 and the other one will have minus 3 or -3, right? Simple as that. And that's about it, right? So this is how you deal with any kind of a difference of 2 squares kind of a question, okay? All right, now let's move on to the second question. All right, so this is the second question. So here we are given equations and inequalities. Okay, 15 marks, no problem. So 2.1, they want us to solve for x, but we have a missing value here. Let's just say it's 8. Okay, let's just say it's 8. Let me just write it properly. Let's say it's 8. Okay, so it is linear equations, and whenever we have linear equations, obviously the first rule is to group your like terms and then try to simplify it and find the value of x or any variable that you'll be calculating. Okay, so here do notice that 5x and 2x are your like terms, as well as +7 and -8, which means they have to be on one side of the equal sign. So your 5x and 2x have to be on the other side of the equal sign. 7 and 8 have to be on the other side of the equal sign. So that's grouping. So what we're going to do, we're going to transpose this +2 this side and transpose +7 this side, right? And remember, whenever you transpose anything from one side of the equal sign to the other side of the equal sign, it has to change what? A mathematical operation or a sign. Okay, so here we're going to have 5x. Since we're taking 2 this side and it's positive, when it comes to side, it's going to be a -2x equals to, we have -8. 7 when it goes that side, it becomes a -7. Okay, and then here we'll have 5x. If I have 5x and I minus or subtract 2x, I'll be left with what? With 3x equals to -8, -7 is -15. Okay, and write my 5 properly. Looks like an 8. All right, and then since we have this, so okay, we can't have this here. We can't have this here. We can't have that. Yeah. Now, since we have this, what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to divide both sides by what? By the coefficient of 3. right? So that we can isolate or make x the subject of the formula. So divide both sides by positive 3. This 3 and this 3 will cancel out, and we'll have x equals to negative 15 divided by 3 will be left with what? With negative 5. Okay, easy. All right, so this is our answer. All right, now let's go to 2.2. 2.2, it is an inequality. There are a lot of notes or more notes when it comes to understanding inequality: greater than, less than, greater or equals to, less or equals to. We'll get to that section, okay? But for this question, what we're going to do here, since we have 3 factored out and 3 can go into 9, what we can do, we can just divide both sides by 3 to eliminate it, okay? So we're going to have this divide, let's say 3x minus 2, right, less or equals to 9. So we're going to divide here, write this properly, divide by 3. What you do on your left hand side, you also do on your right hand side. This and this will cancel out, right? And we'll be left with x minus 2, right, less or equals to what? To 3, right? And then from here, we're going to transpose this negative 2 on the other side. So we'll have x less or equals to what? 5. Let's do this. Okay. Less or equals to what? 5. Because we'll have 3 plus 2 from here. Right, and then it will give us this. Okay. And there you have it. Question 1 and question 2 on algebra. Thank you for watching. We'll come back with more questions on the next video.